Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jacob Martin. The other day I posted a video to the Facebook group Pinstripers Garage, and if you guys aren't on it, make sure you get on there. There's a lot of good tips. There's a lot of great work on there. I see you guys posting up some great stuff, and it's a really helpful community of artists out there helping each other out because we're all beginners at one point, and we got to keep this art alive. But I posted a video on the Facebook group of some scroll work I was doing, and I got some basic, questions asking me about, brush technique and paint consistency. So I figured the best way to answer anything and to help you guys out was just to make a tutorial video. So today we're going to be doing some scroll work, and the brush I'll be using is a Wizard Vortex brush right here. I got it off of Coast Airbrush. It's a great brush. I have a Vortex, and I also have a Bobo brush, but I find that the Vortex works quite nice. It's got a nice feel. I think the Bobos have a mixed hair, so they got a little bit more snap, and these Vortex brushes, I think they're all brown squirrel, so they're a lot softer and they hold a lot of paint. So I have my Vortex brush. I have some one shot mixed up with some mineral spirits. I only use mineral spirits for thinning. If it's a hot day, definitely use mineral spirits. If it's really cold, sometimes I'll use lacquer thinner, so it'll evaporate quicker. But I mean, it's got to be really cold, because I've had times where the paint just doesn't evaporate at all. Like it just stays wet because it was too cold and I was using mineral spirits. So I find that I have the most luck with lacquer thinner when it's cold outside. But they say just use the recommended thinners for whatever paint you're using. But for today, I'm using just regular odorless mineral spirits. So I already have my paint mixed up. It's all feel, but you want the paint, if you're used to old school pinstriping and you're trying to get into scroll pinstriping, when you're doing like old school pinstriping, I mean, you want it to have some drag on it so you can pull the line. Well, with scroll pinstriping, you want it to be just a little bit watery, so because when you're scrolling, you don't want the brush to kick out or drag, and then you get like those dry brush marks. So you want it to be a little watery so you can make your turns, and you can make some pretty fat teardrops. So we'll get started right now. We got our panel set up, and we got our brush loaded up. So like I said, you want your paint to be a little watered down, not too watery, but kind of a little milky, so it's nice and smooth, and you don't have any brush drag. You want it to just flow out. Get this loaded up, and the easiest way to make a scroll as soon as you get your brush is just hold it upright, because the brush is going to want to do all the work. I know that when you're starting out or transitioning from old school traditional striping to scroll, you're going to want to twist your wrist and your arm, because that's what you're used to. That's how you make the lines curve. But for this, you don't need to. I mean, there's some people who probably do, but if you guys just want to get a scroll real quick, hold the brush upright and let the brush do the work. So I'm holding it between my index and my middle finger, and then I'm gonna rest my palm on the actual panel, so it's upright, and then you just touch it and go. Like I said, let the brush do all the work. Do a little teardrop. Just like that. That's a little basic scroll. I'm going to do another one right now. So you have your brush upright, pinch down, and then your palm is just resting on the piece. So you move your whole arm. You just do not move your wrist at all. You just move your arm and you just let it come out. Let the brush do all the work. Just like that. One, two. Now you can keep going if you want. There's no rules. And then when you get to the end, just press down on your brush. That way you get a nice fat little teardrop. And the reason you hold your brush upright as you can, because if you try to, rest it on its side, it's gonna want to create a thick line. And for scrolls, you want line definition. You want to be able to see where there's thin lines and where you have thick lines. So your teardrops, your dots, all that stuff, that contrast is gonna really draw your eye in, and it'll give you a really nice design. So since our paint's pretty watered down, naturally it's gonna want to make a thick line. So as you can see right here, this little start that I made was a little bit heavier, but just make sure you hold your brush upright and it's just the tip doing all the work. Your brush is doing all the work and you're just guiding it along. So we'll do one more scroll just to kind of so you can see it again. Let's do it over here. So brush is upright, rest the palm, and then you just bam, just bring it around town. Let the brush do all the work. Just keep going if you want, because this paint's pretty watery. It'll keep going. So yeah, it's, if you guys are struggling with it, just remember, keep your brush upright and let the brush do all the work. So, I mean, if you really pay attention to a lot of the old school designs, or I mean the scroll designs, it's basically just a bunch of mainly teardrops and some scrolls mixed in. And that's really all the basic elements to it. So, if you can do a teardrop, all you do is just press down on your brush and come up on there. And you can do a scroll, leave it upright, press down when you come around. Just take that and, you can make some designs. Add some colors in there, add some dots, and you can make some cool stuff. Let's go ahead and let's do a little bit more work. So we got our brush loaded up. As you can see, it's pretty heavy on there. But you only use the tip. And just let the design come out, because the brush is doing all the work. Just bring it around town. Yeah, bring it around town. Do a little teardrop and then bam, like that. You can add a little bit, add some teardrops off of this. Spice up your design like that. Keep reloading your brush, that way you don't get any dry strokes. Come off of this one right here. Brush is always upright. And just let the brush do all the work. Just bring it around town. Some teardrops. Just like that. You guys can see that right there. It's nice to end most of your strokes with a teardrop, because you can always come down here and add some more to it. And just keep making them smaller and smaller. It makes the design look really nice. But yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. So once again, guys, thanks for checking out my video. I hope this helps a lot of you guys out there that are just getting into scrolling. Once again, I'm using a Wizard Vortex brush, and keep keep watching videos, keep looking at other people's work. You know, it's nice to see other people's work because you get inspiration from them. And remember to keep, you know, commenting, keep posting your work on Pinstripers Garage and Pinhead Lounge, because you know there's a lot of really great artists out there trying to help you guys out, because we got to keep this art alive. So thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my page on Facebook, San Martin Pinstriping, and like my Instagram page, San Martin _ Pinstriping, and stripe on. Thanks, guys.